Welcome. We are floating now. Below us lies a city cradled by mountains. This is Saltillo, the capital of Coahuila in northern Mexico. It is a place of quiet strength and enduring history. Here the desert air is crisp. The sun casts a warm golden light upon the land. From our vantage point, high above the gentle hum of daily life, the city reveals itself not all at once, but as a slowly unfolding story. It is a story told in terracotta rooftops, green plazas, and the deep wrinkled lines of the ancient mountains that stand as silent guardians, watching over the generations. Saltillo is often called the Athens of Mexico. This is for its rich cultural and intellectual history. It is also known for its famous Saltillo serape, a brightly colored woven blanket. These threads of culture are woven into the very fabric of the city. We can see it from up here. As we rise higher, the world transforms. Individual sounds fade into a collective, gentle hum. The city below arranges itself into a beautiful, intricate pattern. It is a mosaic of human design set against the grand canvas of nature. We see the grid of streets, a testament to careful planning from centuries past. These lines create blocks of life, each one a small world of its own. Homes and businesses stand side by side, their rooftops a patchwork of different shades and materials. Some are flat and modern. Others are tiled with the classic red clay that glows warmly in the sunlight. It is a landscape of human endeavor, nestled comfortably within the valley. The colors are what one notices first. The dominant palette is one of earth tones. Terracotta, ochre, and soft browns give the city a warm, inviting feel. But punctuating this earthy canvas are brilliant splashes of green. These are the city's parks and public squares, its lungs. We can see the Alameda Zaragoza, a long rectangular oasis of trees, and smaller plazas, little pockets of shade and tranquility. These green spaces are vital, offering respite from the sun and a place for the community to gather, a tradition as old as the city itself. Now, we drift towards the city's core. This is the Centro Histórico, the historic center. It is the heart from which all of Saltillo grew. The streets become narrower here, a tighter weave in the city's fabric. The buildings huddle closer together, their ornate facades telling stories of a colonial past. At the very center of it all, we see the magnificent Saltillo Cathedral, the Cathedral de Santiago. Its tall, elegant towers reach towards us. The intricate pinkish stone of its churrigueresque facade is a masterpiece of Baroque architecture. From our perch, the Plaza de Armas unfolds below the cathedral. It is a perfect square of green, meticulously landscaped. We can see the patterns of the walkways, the wrought iron benches, and the central bandstand or kiosco. Even from this distance, we can imagine the life that happens there. People strolling in the evening shade, children chasing pigeons, the quiet murmur of conversation. It is surrounded by important government buildings, their stately architecture adding to the sense of history and order. The entire scene is one of harmony and timeless grace. The rooftops in this part of the city are a sea of weathered clay tiles. Hidden among them are courtyards, private sanctuaries of green that are invisible from the street but revealed to us from above. The colors are muted here, a palette of stone, aged wood, and terracotta, punctuated by the deep green of the plaza and the hidden courtyards. It feels solid, permanent, and deeply rooted in the earth. As we float above this historic heart, we can sense the layers of time. Our gentle drift now takes us over a long, verdant corridor. From the sky, it looks like a great green river flowing through the urban landscape. It is a rectangle of life, over a kilometer long, filled with towering trees that form a dense canopy. The shade they provide is a precious gift in this sunny climate. We can see the crisscrossing paths that invite long, leisurely walks. It is a place designed for strolling, for thinking, for being with family and friends. Its formal, elegant design speaks of a different era, a time when public parks were grand, romantic gestures. At the center of the Alameda, we can make out a small lake. It is shaped like the Republic of Mexico, a charming and patriotic detail. The water appears as a dark, reflective jewel, mirroring the blue of the sky and the green of the surrounding trees. We can see the graceful forms of swan-shaped paddle boats resting near the shore, waiting for riders. This lake is a focal point, a place of joy and recreation. It adds an element of coolness and tranquility to the park, a small oasis within the larger oasis. The entire design of the Alameda is a celebration of nature, carefully curated for the enjoyment of the city's people. The textures here are soft and organic. The leafy canopy of the trees creates a dappled, textured surface. It is a stark contrast to the hard lines and solid surfaces of the surrounding buildings. The park is a living, breathing entity, its appearance changing with the seasons. We can see different shades of green, from the deep, dark leaves of ancient ahuehuete trees to the brighter greens of younger foliage. The park is bordered by wide avenues, and we can see the flow of traffic moving alongside this peaceful sanctuary. It is a perfect example of how nature and urban life can exist in beautiful harmony. Now we turn our gaze westward. We drift towards the edge of the city where the houses and streets give way to something far older and grander. The Sierra Madre Oriental rises up to meet the sky. These are not gentle rolling hills. They are majestic, rugged mountains, their peaks sharp against the deep blue of the sky. Their slopes are steep and creased with the deep wrinkles of geological time. They form a dramatic, powerful backdrop to the city, a constant presence on the horizon. From our aerial perspective, we can truly appreciate their immense scale and their raw, untamed beauty. The colors of the mountains are a subtle and complex palette. They are a mix of dusty greens, rocky grays, and earthy browns. In the morning light, the eastern faces are bathed in a soft, warm glow, while the western slopes remain in cool, deep shadow. The mountains are not a static backdrop. They are a dynamic environment, constantly changing, albeit on a timescale far grander than our own. We now drift back over the main body of the city, turning our attention to the sprawling residential areas. These are the colonias, the neighborhoods where the people of Saltillo live their daily lives. Each neighborhood has its own distinct character, its own rhythm. We see areas with neat rows of identical houses, their rooftops all the same color, indicating a newer, planned development. In other areas, the pattern is more organic, more varied. Here, the houses are a jumble of different sizes, shapes, and colors. We can see small corner shops, local parks, and schools tucked into the grid of streets. These are the hubs of community life. We can even spot the bright blue of a backyard swimming pool, a small private oasis in the warm climate. Life unfolds in these spaces. Even without seeing the people, we can feel their presence. The city is not just buildings and streets. It is a collection of homes, a place where millions of individual stories are lived out each and every day. Our journey now takes us towards the city's periphery, where a different kind of energy is visible. Here we find the industrial parks. The buildings are large, modern, and functional. This is the economic engine of Saltillo, a major center for manufacturing, particularly in the automotive industry. The scale of these industrial zones is impressive. They are cities within the city, with their own internal road networks and infrastructure. As we drift past these zones of industry, our view opens up to the east. Here, the city meets the Chihuahuan Desert. The transition is gradual but clear. The last houses give way to open land, a vast expanse of arid beauty. The landscape is a canvas of muted tones, sandy beiges, pale greens of hardy shrubs, and the dark, scrubby patches of creosote and mesquite. From this vantage point, we can see the roads stretching out from Saltillo, straight lines cutting across the desert floor, connecting it to other cities and other worlds. It is a city that is connected to the world through its industry, but it is also deeply connected to its natural environment, sitting right at the edge of this great, wild desert. It is a place of powerful and beautiful contrasts. The sun is beginning to dip lower in the sky now. Our 10 minutes are drawing to a close. The light is changing. It is becoming softer, warmer, and more golden. This is the magical hour, when the world is bathed in a beautiful, gentle glow. The western faces of the Sierra Madre Mountains catch the last direct rays of the sun, and they light up in brilliant shades of orange and pink, a breathtaking final display of color before the day ends. As the daylight fades, the city begins to create its own light. One by one, then in a great wave, the streetlights begin to turn on. They trace the lines of the streets, outlining the city's grid in a brilliant display of light. The main avenues become rivers of gold, flowing with the headlights and taillights of the evening traffic. The city transforms from a landscape of stone and trees into a constellation of man-made stars, spread out across the dark floor of the valley. The historic center, with the illuminated cathedral, shines as a bright beacon at the heart of it all. The windows of homes begin to light up, each one a small square of warmth, a sign of family, of dinner, of rest after a long day. The city does not go to sleep. It simply changes its clothes, trading the colors of the sun for the lights of the night. It takes on a new kind of beauty, one that is intimate and peaceful. Our journey is now complete. Our 10 minutes have passed. We begin our gentle descent, slowly returning to the earth. The city grows larger below us. The patterns of light resolve back into individual streets and buildings. The collective hum separates back into the individual sounds of life. The distant sound of a car horn, the faint echo of music, the murmur of the evening. We are leaving the world of the sky and rejoining the world of the ground. But we carry with us the memory of the view from above. We have seen Saltillo from a unique perspective. We have seen its historic heart and its modern pulse. We have seen its green oases and its rugged mountain guardians. We have seen the mosaic of its neighborhoods and its connection to the vast desert. The true character of the city is something you must experience for yourself. It is something to be discovered on a slow walk through the Alameda, or while sitting on a bench in the Plaza de Armas, watching the world go by. It is a city that invites you to slow down, to look closely, and to listen. So let this brief journey be an invitation to imagine yourself walking these streets, to feel the sun on your skin, to explore the cool, quiet interior of the great cathedral, to breathe in the crisp mountain air. Saltillo is a city that reveals its charm slowly, to those who take the time to look. Perhaps one day, you will come and explore it for yourself, and discover your own 10 minutes or 10 days of Saltillo, not from the sky, but from the heart of the city itself.